Dr. Jones, again we see there is nothing you can possess which I cannot take away. And you thought I had given up. You chose the wrong friends. This time it will cost you.
Too bad the VOODOOs don't know you the way I do, Belloc.
Yes, too bad. You could warn them, if only you spoke Jovitos. Hokana Matuso! Robata!
It's supposed to be the highest individual honour in the AFL, but recently the Brownlow medal has turned into something else. It's become a bad omen to the winners. It seems the reward for winning it on the night costs later down the road. From 2018 onwards, the medal has become a strangely unlucky item. It's like something you would see out of an Indiana Jones or Harry Potter movie. Victim number 1 is Tom Mitchell. He won the Brownlow, AFLPA MVP and Hawthorn Best and Fairest in 2018, putting up monster numbers and winning the ball at will. But it took a sour turn the following pre-season as a simple tackling drill at training changed his career forever. Mitchell broke his leg and missed the entire 2019 season. It was devastating not only for him, but the Hawthorn teammates who saw the event occur. He did bounce back during the COVID 2020 season, playing every game and averaging 25 touches. He improved again in the second year following the injury, eventually winning Hawthorn's Best and Fairest, leading the league for disposals per game. It was clear Mitchell had lost some of his speed and lateral movement, but to return to his elite ball winning was a credit to the work he did during his rehab. He is at Collingwood now, and his clearance work has been an important element of the Pies team. 25 disposals a game, with 5 clearances are the numbers the Pies wished for when they traded for him. Nat Fyfe won his second Brownlow in 2019, topping his vote count in 2015, polling 33. He had a great start in 2020, but a hamstring strain meant he missed a week before again missing 2 games in round 7 and 8 due to the injury. He played 14 out of 17 games and played pretty well, but it was 2021 when the injury bug really began to hit Fyfe. He missed most of the pre-season in 2021 due to a shoulder operation. He had an okay season for his lofty standards, but his season came to an end due to hurting his shoulder again in round 19. This also carried into 2022, where he only featured 7 times, mostly playing forward. He had his hamstring in round 19 against the Tigers, signalling the troubles he was having with his body. He gave up the captaincy this season, trying to recapture his best form. Once again, he has mainly played a forward midfield role, but his impact has been minimal. He got subbed off against the Bulldogs in round 16 and currently has a stress fracture injury in his foot. He did sign a 2-year deal, so there is still time for Fyfe to get back to his best. In just 17 games caused by the COVID interruptions, Lachie Neale polled 31 votes, including 10 best on grounds. It was a remarkable season that netted Neale the PA MVP and Coaches Association Award to go alongside his Brownlow. But his 2021 was a challenging individual season. His pre-season was limited by a calf injury that lingered throughout the year. Neale himself later admitted he struggled with general fitness throughout the season and only began getting back to his best at the end of the year. However, he did bounce back the next season, and in 2022 he won Brisbane's Best and Fairest as well as being All-Australian. He polled 28 Brownlow votes, and this season his form has continued on. Although his 2021 was heavily interrupted, Neale was probably the most fortunate out of this group. Ollie Wines has also had a significant drop-off after his Brownlow. He had a fantastic 2021 and polled an equal high 36 Brownlow votes. He did have a slight drop-off in 2022, averaging 4 less disposals per game. He did mention he was rattled by the new expectation placed on him for the upcoming season. He also had a strange hard irregularity condition occur against Melbourne early in the season. Pairing this with Port Adelaide's struggles meant it overall was a down year for him individually and the club. In this off-season, he did have significant knee surgery which limited him during pre-season. This also was a significant bother for him in 2022, perhaps explaining his slight drop-off. He's become much more of a role player this season, attending just 51% of Port Adelaide's centre bounces. He's been stationed more on a wing and has taken a sideways step to let youngsters in Butters, Rosie and Horne-Francis shine. It's selflessness, but it's also a big drop-off in his importance to the team only 2 seasons after winning a Brownlow. In the current day, the reigning Brownlow medalist Patrick Cripps has had somewhat of an indifferent season. It was going to be nearly impossible to replicate his 2022, but there have been significant drop-offs. He kicked 20 goals last season, but has only managed 5 this year, with 3 coming against the Suns. Majority of his numbers have dipped, and he did come under heat when Carlton was struggling. But recently he's gotten back to his clearance winning and inside best, but is still yet to impact the scoreboard as much as he would like. It's too early to call Cripps a victim to the Brownlow, even though his form has dropped off. But if we can see him lead the Blues to final success and perform well, he might just be able to buck the trend. The struggle after winning a Brownlow is real. Perhaps the effort of playing flat out every game does wear your body down, and often surgery is needed for significant injuries. The expectation and mental side of the game is just as draining. Trying to repeat being the best player in the competition is incredibly challenging. Teams will also go to work. They'll put tags on, have game plans, and will often account for the best players, so more attention is likely. And there is also just plain bad luck. It is still the highest individual honour in the game, and maybe the 2022 winner in Cripps can finally break out of the Brownlow hangover